You are looking live at a sold-out Greenwood District Stadium here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as Season 12 of the S12 gets kicked off in the preseason as the Mexico City Aztecs take on the Tulsa Desperados. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Colin Northrop alongside my trusty sidekick, Rick Northrop.
Good afternoon.
There will be a lot to look for in this game, but of course the big story is the quarterback for Tulsa, number 9, Ashley Jackson, the 8th overall pick, the first female player to play that position in the history of the league.
Indeed, exciting, groundbreaking stuff right here in a preseason matchup. Everybody's looking forward to the chance to knock some rust off.
Cale Barrett calls the toss of the coin, and Tulsa wins the toss, and they will elect to put their defense on the field first. We'll get to the lineups in a moment. Andrew Wheeler set to kick this off for Tulsa. And the kick is underway. Fielded by the Aztecs. Running up the middle is Jeffrey Daggs. Spins across and gets to the 29-yard line. So let's set the table for that Mexico City offense.
Please do.
The Hall of Famer number 12, Matt Wilson at quarterback. The running back is number 27, Ray Bentley. The wide receivers are number 19, Cale Barrett, and number 86, Richard Montague. And the tight end is number 83, Mike Daggs.
Daggs is your man. By the way.
Here's the toss to Bentley. First play, and Ray almost broke that loose, but he's brought down after pick up of 9 to the 38.
That's a long 9, too. Thought for a moment he was going to break the plane there. That's some tough running. Doesn't look like a preseason game.
For Tulsa on defense, they got defensive tackle number 54, Rhett Sawyer. The defensive end is number 95, Gib Ledoux. The inside linebacker, number 99, Espen Real. As Bentley again gets it on the sprint draw and is stuffed in the backfield. There is Gib Ledoux coming in from his defensive end spot.
I like the way you say that, Gib Ledoux.
The cornerbacks are number 21, Nate Headslip, and number 24, Kyler Murray. No, not that Kyler Murray.
And the other Kyler Murray.
And the safeties are Kanye Rockefeller, number 46, and Charles Ball, number 48. It's a 3rd and 4 for Wilson. Swings it out to Bentley, and he gets blown up, sir.
He gets pushed down. Very un-Bentley-like tackle. A loud tackle there. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Oh,
very un-Bentley-like.
Well, we talked just a second ago about this game serving to knock some of the rust off. I love the way they looked off on the left side of the formation, and before he slung that swing pass.
And
to the right.
The return by ball goes up to the 32. We already mentioned Ashley Jackson, but we'll set the rest of this Tulsa offense for you.
Hey, you know what I just learned? Thomas Dewar, he is too kind. Am I right? Too kind. Continue. Please continue, good sir.
Sonzo Robinson, the tailback, number 20. Stephen Bush and Corey Jones are the wide receivers, number 11, number 13. And Garen Malone, the 3rd, is the tight end, number 81. Here's the toss out to Robinson, and Robinson gets racked up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I feel like we know each other, so I'm going to call him Tom now. Is that okay? I'm pretty sure that's okay.
Nick Daggs on the tackle.
Ooh.
One of 2 free safeties on this team. His brother Jeffrey is the backup, number 44. The corners are
They got the whole Dag family, though.
Of course they do. As Jackson operates under center, will sprint out to her left and throw the pass, and Prenagawa knocks it away.
Everything about that was super cool except nearly throwing a pick as he sprints to his left and throws off kilter with a little sidearm there. That's some early athleticism.
Han Taumi is the other corner. He's an undrafted free agent. Pablo Zamora is the strong safety, number 29. As we got a 3rd down and 10, they empty the backfield up for Jackson. She's back to throw, has a clean pocket to work from, fires it down the field, and it's nearly picked up by Nick Dagg.
Knows what she wants. Just that ball required a little bit of touch. They'll figure that out. Needed to rainbow that over the D, but the receiver was behind the secondary. Colin, did you notice that? I'm sure you noticed that.
Of course I did. Jeffrey Daggs set to return the kick. Of the 12 spots, the Daggs family comprises 3 of them. So that's a pretty hefty percentage if you ask me. Jeffrey will field this one and he'll get knocked down. At the 32-yard line, rather, by number 41, Junior Stanley.
Stanley makes a really good individual open field tackle right there, saving many extra yards on a potential return.
Wilson will come back out for a 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the top, 2 tight ends to the bottom. Offsides, free play, and Ray Bentley broke a tackle in the backfield, but then picked up a few, but they'll probably take the 5 yards.
I'm sure they will. That happened, unfortunately, just before the snap. Otherwise, you know what you do on a free play, Colin.
You go deep.
Go deep, throw the ball. Go long.
Rhett Sawyer is a little too eager.
Trying to time the snap count. A lot of people trying to show they belong, too, you know. You get a lot of over-eagerness, especially coming out of the twos or the provisional starters, you know.
Tovar in front of Bentley. Here's to get to Ray. He follows him through the hole, and that's a pickup of about 2 or 3. It'll be 2nd and 3 following the penalty. Notice these new fancy logos that both of these teams have.
Big fan of
by
both.
Matt Doyle, the Canadian.
The Canadian, eh?
Putting in a great set of work as Bentley gets the 1st down easily across the 45, and he's close to the 50.
Ciudad Mexico on the move. Yeah, is it true he got paid a loonie and a dozen donuts for the logo work?
Well, I'm not sure about the loony.
Yeah.
But I think the donuts are accurate.
Does a dozen donuts and a dozen pops, as they would say north of the border, or where we are. Canada's actually south of us.
3 wide receivers. Tovar with Bentley in the backfield. Here's the throw out to number 80, and he just flat out dropped the ball.
I don't know. Was he screened like a goalie on that by the defenders? I'm not sure. We'll see.
Misa Hyros didn't catch that ball.
Hirose.
Oh, that's fun to say. Hirose.
Almost as fun as Francisco.
Name that movie.
All right, that's your first Christmas
post-Christmas
comment. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a little slow because I'm still processing my Christmas goose.
As here's the throw.
Oh, come
out
on.
of bounds. Wilson led Barrett too far.
Whose favorite play is that, Colin? Mine. The sideline out or the swing pass that's thrown maybe, but almost out of bounds to where nobody can do anything.
Or just trips to the top for Wilson. Changes the play. Bentley is the single back. Stares over dime defense. Wilson drops the throw. Goes deep. Knocked away.
Well played. Well played by Murray.
By Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray. Wow, I thought he was going to play for the A's.
This is cousin.
His cousin. The other Kyler Murray.
He just spells it. He just spells it differently.
Spells it differently. It's actually his brother. They are all the boys are named Kyler, just spelled differently. Spelt.
Listen to you. As the snap from Lopez is low, but the kick is away to Charles Ball, and Ball spins across and gets knocked down at the 24. So both of these teams have been filling each other out like a pair of boxers. Here in the early rounds, just trying to absorb the body blows and perhaps shake out the rust a little bit. Let's see if we can get this thing going here.
That was a decent punt and good coverage. They got the ball at the 24, but that worm burner snap didn't help, forcing the punter to bend down to field that, which interrupts the rhythm there.
Forgot to mention Jack Brown is the linebacker for Mexico City, number 42. As Jackson back to throw, and down she goes.
Just looked like a bull rush there by a couple of the O-linemen.
Mauricio Zita.
Zita pushes the pocket right back. Oh, no, he got free.
One of the lower paid players on this team.
A value pick for sure.
They have no contracted stars across the front seven for front four for Mexico City. Second down at 16. Here's to get a Robinson, and he'll lose one more. So Tulsa just continues to go backwards. Taumi on the tackle there.
You mean Mexico? Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa.
My bad.
There's a look at the delivery man, Jack Brown. Head of social media for his team. As Jackson operates with 4 wide receivers under center, takes a medium drop back, and she fires this one. It's her first unofficial completion. This one to Stephen Bush. But Tulsa will still have to punt.
Now that's the play they should have run on second down. I guess they were trying to catch him with a sneaky, cheeky monkey run to the right side of the formation that brought up that 3rd and long. The play callers are working out the kinks as well.
Tulsa trying to get back to the winning ways that they were as an expansion team in season 10. As the return by Jeffrey Daggs goes out to the 43.
Very great field position there. Obviously raises the probabilities of scoring. Closer yard of the 50 on the minus side. And let's see what happens here.
I'd like to welcome everybody into the chat. Thomas Dwyer, Ashley Jackson, Joshua Williams, Deanna Hawkins, John Boy 26, Tom Rahman, and Christian Pundit, among others, into the chat. As Bentley gets the handoff out of the shotgun, and Ray surges forward for a yard, but he gets leveled for his troubles at the 44.
I think you meant to say Thomas Dewar. Just a quick correction there.
I did.
You did.
Rockefeller made the hit. He also serves as the team's GM off the field for Tulsa. Here's the throw in the middle, knocked away. Pass intended for Daggs, but Cecil Newton looks like he got in the middle of that one. No, Richard Newton, rather.
Yeah, by the way, back on that Rockefeller hit, when you get a free safety running with about 15 yards head start, hits him with a full head of steam. That's a football play for sure.
Mexico City empties the backfield. 5 wide receivers. 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top is Barrett. Staring over nickel defense is Wilson. Drops back to throw, and the bomber going long. Oh, he had Daggs there for a minute, but the ball was knocked out of his hands by Mr. Charles Ball. 4th down.
So close.
And the festival of punts continues.
Oh, going early. Still in the first half. Well, a little back and forth. It's evolving or degenerating, I'm not sure which, into a field position game at this point. And Tulsa survives, giving Mexico City really good field position.
These teams have had a couple of months off. We had a bit of an off season.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these rookies,
Mm-hmm.
they were in the rookie
Mm-hmm.
showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So they're knocking off the rust a little bit. As the fair catch by Charles Ball goes out to the 21.
Mm-hmm. You don't say. I'm getting the sinister fist shake from my broadcast partner here. Sorry about that.
Tulsa takes over in their own 21 with 4:32 left. Score is 0-0 here from Greenwood District Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We visited this place a few times last year. Good
We did.
place to call games.
Always a good time, and the staff here treats us really well. Thank you. Ow!
As here's the pitch out to Sonzo Robinson, and Robinson has a big hole but gets blasted. He picked up, looked like about 6 yards. I don't know whether they take the penalty or not.
Well, see what they do.
Like somebody jumped off early, don't know who.
I mean, you're going to get second and shorter.
Avila jumped off sides, number 91.
Versus first and a little longer.
Moises Avila.
Don't forget to check out MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women.
One of a bevy of sponsors to come on board for the Simulation Football League this year as Robinson gets the carry and picks up the first down on 1st and 5 easy. And here we go at the area. One wide receiver to the bottom, that's Bush. Two tight ends in balanced line. Jackson back to throw. Slides, throws this out to Buffalo Marshall, and Marshall rumbles ahead and picks up 9, close to 10 yards. He'll be second in inches.
So close, and that's how you throw that swing pass. Give your receiver a chance to do something with it. Nice job, Ashley Jackson.
Jackson gives off again to Robinson, and Robinson leaps to the hole and picks up a first down, and they continue to press the pace with this heavy set.
There's a little skip to Malou right across the line of scrimmage there for a first down.
Look like 6 men up front. Here's the Robinson. He's tackled in the backfield, and they continue to press the pace.
We got some tempo. Oh, here's an old school formation. Warms my heart.
Here's the ISO play up the middle, and Robinson is stopped in the backfield, and it looks like the no-huddle madness is stopped for now.
Mexico City brings their old school defense to stuff that play.
Now they spread things out a little bit more this time. They go 4 wide with Robinson the single back. On 3rd and 10, Jackson drops back to throw, throws this deep down the middle of the field, and it's a completion to Corey Jones.
Good vision by Jackson on that, and the receiver to find a little seam, and to be found by Jackson. Delivers right there.
Just a nice post in front of Fran Igawa.
Tough to defend that.
It's time to go from a shotgun look with 3 wide receivers. And Jackson to throw again, this time over the middle, and it's complete for a pickup of 5 yards.
Here's number 11. Stephen Bush was out there on the right side of the pattern near the sideline, all alone. Looked like Ashley went with a quick check down there. She'll see that on boom. Correct that later.
King Jack Washington in the backfield with Robinson. He's lined up in the fullback position as Jackson floats this over the middle to Garen Malone.
Touch on the ball.
No, that's Will Danderson, the other tight end, number 87.
Speaking of learning, right? Didn't we see a ball earlier up from her that had no touch? Yeah, and was knocked down? The answer is yes.
Yes, we did. As we have 2 wide receivers to the bottom. Jackson again to throw. She's hit her last several passes in a row, but almost threw that one away to Jack Brown, who almost intercepted the parcel.
Jack Brown doing a little gesturing when he should be banging his helmet for not actually intercepting that ball. Life of a DB.
Buffalo Marshall back in. Garen Malone, the third, is lined up as a tight end to the
another old school formation.
Bottom side. Here's to get to Robinson. Has to cut back the other way and only will pick up a yard. This sets up a 3rd down and 9 from the 19. They're in the red zone. The first opportunity for either team to beat.
Yeah, you know, Tulsa had the DN on the right side uncovered and could have come on a blitz, but dropped into coverage, turned around just in time to see the runner, and come up and make the tackle. Good play by.
They go shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Jackson back to throw. Has a clean pocket. She lets this go to the end zone. It's intercepted by Nick Dat. Pass was intended for number 82, Daryl Dudrow on the deep post. She just underthrew it.
Yep, and Dag's just sort of playing center field rover back there. Says, looky what I found. Good job by the Mexico City D as Tulsa was looking like a scoring threat.
As Bentley takes it off the left side, breaks a couple of tackles. He's looking like himself again as Kyron Hill on the tackle.
Hey, AJ Levy, thanks for the shout out on the chat, by the way. Another old school formation, Colin. Something's going.
Single back. Here's to get to Bentley on the ISO, and he carries 2 defenders with him past the first down mark.
Take that. Says Bentley. Bentley's had some really nice runs and a few good stuffs, and that one, he just wills himself forward.
As we reach the end of the first quarter, nothing, but Mexico City got a turnover.
A timely turnover. Snuffing out a potential scoring drive.
As Wilson drops back to throw, throws a left-handed pass out to Mike Daggs, and Daggs is loose down to the 27. No, that's Richard Montague. I'm sorry. If I crushed your hopes, Mike, I apologize.
If I crushed your hopes.
He ran the post pattern, got by Headslap, who was playing the slot corner that time. Rymith 84 says, I need to stop falling over when I pancake the center. He's done that quite a few times already in this game. It's Mr. Rhett Sawyer. And here's Bentley swinging wide, breaks a tackle, but only gets a yard for his dribbles.
Tough sledding, and Tulsa's leaving Bentley out on an island there on some of these runs. He's got no blocking as he meanders his way down the line or trying to break out in the open field.
The coaches, well, they haven't installed their playbooks yet. It's good for these players to get back on the field and at least practice their craft.
Yeah. Needs to do some practicing.
2nd and 9. Bentley stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, Mexico City all too happy to take advantage of some weak blocking technique.
No, Tulsa.
Sorry. No. Yeah. Who has the ball?
Mexico has the ball.
Right.
As Wilson empties out a shotgun. Here to be man coverage. Look for the receivers to take advantage of this. But it doesn't matter as Wilson is sacked in the backfield. That'll be 4th and 17 from the 34. KT Taylor, the defensive end, taking advantage of Ghibli Doo is in there as well. So,
and they play for
Tulsa. And Mexico City has the guy with the strongest leg in the league, Cole Varner, as their kicker, arguably an MVP candidate.
No way. I mean, strongest leg, not MVP candidate.
As this spot this from the 40 and try this long kick. It's up, and it's good from 50 yards.
Are you kidding me? Wow, that would have been good from 51. Look at this thing. Is it? It's dying. It's just across the crossbar. I love it. Nice job. Congratulations, young man.
That's the most exciting 3 points you'll see this preseason. As Charles Ball returns the kick, spins and gets knocked backwards at his own 20. He's better off taking a knee. Almost. Jackson under center, her team down 3-0. No backs in the backfield, urged to get the Suns of Robinson, and he's tackled almost immediately by Avila, number 91. And as the Desperados come out, a standard pro set backfield, 2 receivers to the top. Garen Malone is to the bottom of your screen. Garen Malone, the third. Here's to get to Robinson once again. This time he picks up better blocking to set up a 3rd and 7. But still, not quite a favorable down and distance to work with.
No, not at all. Not at all. We got lots of things happening up here in the booth, including one of the kids is at the Red Box Bowl pep rally downtown San Francisco right now.
As Jackson throws it deep. Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Oh! Miller almost had it. Marcel Miller, the 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver, didn't come up with it.
Let's see if we get another look at that. Jackson's going to potentially give him the business in the huddle because that looked like a catchable ball from the booth.
It was a pretty good pass through, and he was open by about 5 yards or so. Here's the punt away from Cortland Weaver. And the fair catch is called at the 44 by Jeffrey Daggs.
So they get another shot here as we move to about the 7.5 mark of the second quarter, Colin.
As Matt Wilson drops back to throw in the face of a blitz. Oh, that was nearly picked off by Charles Ball. Pass intended for Richard Montague.
Montague, that's fun to say. The Count of Montague.
Second and 10 for Montague. Who in the Aztecs? This time Barrett's in the slot. He's the franchise's all-time leading receiver in every significant category. As Wilson takes a quick drop, throws this out to Andreas Tovar, and Tovar picks up a good 6 yards. Keeps them at least on schedule after the incomplete on first down, setting up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, let the record show Mexico City has the ball. Same as last time when I was told Tulsa has the ball.
Here's the give to Bentley. It breaks a tackle, but the Desperados in teal and bright orange rally to the ball beautifully as Nate Headstop comes up to play run support.
It's very easy when you got 3 hats pursuing one guy. And there's like a half a blocker out there for Bentley again.
As you see some of the new sponsors scroll across your screen, MVMT, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. One of the aforementioned new sponsors I talked about.
Great stuff, movement.
As the return goes up to the 26. Yard line for the Tulsa offense, and they will have the football, and Miss Jackson trying to manufacture something.
Yeah, there's Matt Doyle Designs, the official graphics partner of the SFL. Didn't mean to potentially impugn your work with comment about being paid in donuts and loonies, but this is a joke. Do great work. Boys got to get paid.
Jackson takes a medium drop, throws, and that was nearly picked off by Franagawa. He read that like he was reading a book at third base.
Maybe I got to have the bank be an official partner. Just saying.
2nd and 10 from the 26, 6:19 to go in the first half of play.
We got world-class digital products. And when you call, a real person picks up the phone.
Not a robot.
Not a bank robot. Just saying.
We got formation. Here's the toss the other way to Robinson, and that's not going to work very well. And here we go with the hurry up here on 3rd and very long.
Trying to go with some tempo, limit substitutions, limit the ability to figure out what the offense is trying to do.
And Jackson will take a quick drop and just dump this off the Bush, and Bush fights to the 30.
Not going to be quite enough, though. That was a good-looking play. Impressed with the execution. Problem is, it's the wrong play to run on 3rd and long.
You should have run that on 1st down, probably.
I know. You got to call something that's going to get your receivers past the line of game, including your check down.
As A.J. Levy says in reference to your earlier comment, make it happen, Rick. As the return from Jeffrey Daggs goes up to 36.
Yeah, we got a checking account. For a small fee, you get cell phone insurance along with a bunch of other stuff. Saves you money. You can't afford not to bank with us. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm going to get a letter from the league office saying shut up or become a sponsor.
As Wilson will give it to Bentley on a backside counter, and he stretches it out for 2 yards, but it looked like he was dead in the water from the minute he got the ball.
Mm-hmm. It's called making something out of nothing.
You know, it'll be really interesting to see once the regular season opens for both of these teams. Remember, the SFL is going without conferences this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one giant league. As Wilson drops back to throw, goes deep as a man wide open on the sideline. I believe that is Montague, and it is. He's out of bounds at the 32.
Montague. The Count of Montague.
Kanye Rockefeller saved a touchdown, but somebody blew a coverage backside.
Didn't get a look at the All-22 on that, but it might have been Rockefeller biting on a decoy and then having to rally and make the play.
Bentley takes the toss and will get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Taking a look at the schedule for both teams, Tulsa opens up home against their in-state rival OKC. They have a bye week, week 5. As the Aztecs line up in a pro set backfield, 2 wide receivers each side. Here's to get it Bentley on the ice, so breaks it, tackle, and Ray gets down to the 28.
Now that's not bad as they overload the right side of the line as they take one of the halfbacks as the lead blocker. And miraculously, Bentley's able to get some forward progress when he's got some help.
As here's the bunch to the top of the formation for Mexico. 3rd and 7. Wilson going deep.
Oh!
He's got a man open. It's Montague for the touchdown.
And the funky bunch works as it confuses Tulsa's back end. And Montague gets behind everybody.
Oh, he was wide open.
Yeah, you can see that. He gets lost in the shuffle, which is the obviously one of the objectives of the bunch formation.
And
Nice job. So if you're Tulsa, there's a couple of little things to be worried about. One is Mexico may have figured out that they need to block better and have a better design. And two, Montague's figuring out your secondary.
as we go back to the schedule for a moment.
Please do.
The Aztecs, their notable games include they play Carolina twice, Chicago twice.
How many teams do we have in the league this year, by the way?
We have 21 teams.
We have 21 teams, everybody. How many games are going to be in this season, do we know?
There's going to be 12 weeks worth of stuff, and I believe it's going to be the same format as last year.
All right.
In terms of wild card and all that. The return by ball gets up to the 25, and Tulsa now down 2 scores. Has to be feeling a bit of desperation here.
So
although they do get the ball to start the third quarter.
So each team won't play at least 8 other teams, right? If they're going to play 12 games. And sometimes they're playing, as you mentioned, same teams twice.
As Robinson up the middle on the toss, gains 7 yards on first down. Got to do more of that if they want to stay on schedule.
You know what that does, Colin? With that unbalanced schedule like that? Some teams are going to play the tough teams. Some teams are going to avoid the toughest teams. Some teams are going to play easy teams twice or hard teams twice. What that does is it forces the playoff games really into the schedule. If that's you and you're running into some difficult opponents that other people aren't going to play, you just have to beat them, and that might come in the second or third week.
Robinson takes the swing pass on second down, but he lost a yard. Jack Brown tracked him down like he was tracking their package.
So that's going to be add a really fun twist and bit of excitement into it, especially as we get midway through the season, Colin, and it starts to become apparent who the really good teams are.
Oh, don't forget that Mexico City also plays at St. Louis as
that'll be a tough game.
Robinson gets the handoff from the gun on third down, but Jack Brown's like, sit down, buddy, you ain't going anywhere.
Downtown Jack Brown.
That
gladiator game. Ooh, that would be tough. Those boys. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a gladiator guy.
But it'll be the first matchup between the two teams since Iba's Miracle #1, which was all the way back in season 8 for those wondering.
Oh wow!
As
a solid return. So 2 minutes to go in the first half.
And they have all 3 timeouts at their disposal, but they can just hang on to the ball for as long as they want.
Let's see. Obviously, they've got to make yards, right? But,
Mike Dagg says, I'm one heck of a decoy. Here he's flexed out to the bottom of the formation, but they give off to Bentley instead, and Ray sledgehammers his way for a pickup of 5 yards. We have the 2-minute warning here in the Simulation Football League preseason. You're watching Tulsa in Mexico City.
I missed the shout out to Crazy Jim's Blimpie Burger. Heck yeah.
For those of you who don't know what it is, we'll explain to you in a minute. As we're looking at it, 2nd and 5, and Bentley breaks a tackle and easily picks up a first down. Up over the 50 into Tulsa territory, dragged down by a couple defenders at the 49.
2 things to know about Crazy Jim's. 3 things to know. They've been around forever. It's an Ann Arbor institution. They've had the best burgers in town for decades. And when you go there, only answer the questions you're asked. And the first question is do you want something from the fryer? And if you screw that up, they are merciless.
As Wilson takes a 3-step drop, goes over to middle class, complete. That's one of the first catches for Cale Barrett of the game. He picks up 9. As I said earlier, he's the team's all-time leading receivers in yards, touchdowns, and receptions.
Also, don't be on your cell phone in line. Personally witnessed them shame a woman out of line who was on her cell phone, and they actually stopped the entire restaurant from doing anything until she paid attention.
Second and 1, here's the flare out to Ray, and Ray will lose a couple of yards. I guess A.J. Levy likes your story. He said LOL.
That's a code for shut up.
Second, third and 4, backside throw, and Montague picks up the first down on third and 4 after going across his body, doing the thing most quarterbacks aren't taught to do. Here's the throw out to Ray, and he gets knocked down after a pickup of 1. Mexico calls a timeout with 35 seconds left.
I'm doing the Bill Walton to Collins Jason Benetti on the Maui Classic for anybody who caught that over Thanksgiving weekend. Bill Walton basically free associated anything he felt like talking about, and Jason Benetti did his best to keep calling the game. Thank you, Colin.
Here's an empty backfield look for Wilson. On 2nd and 9, he goes down, and they have to call another timeout.
Tulsa
for this upcoming 3rd and 11 play.
Bringing the lumber and forcing
Rhett Sawyer, man.
Forcing Mexico to take 2 timeouts, eh?
You don't want to get on his bad side. He's 6'5", 310. That is a whole lot of beef. So we got a 3rd and 11, 4 wide for Mexico City. Expect something simple here. Get a medium drop back. Throw out to number 80, Harose. And he gets it to the 36. They call a timeout. Their last one with 27 seconds. It looks like Cole Varner will be up to try another field goal attempt. Yep, he will.
This one's what, like an 80-yarder? What are we talking here? Oh, we're talking a 53-yarder.
Out of the hold of Rafael Ross Saints.
The 51-yarder was just good. Let's see,
and this kick is up, and it is good from 53.
Oh, man. Even bigger leg than last time. Nice work.
Mexico takes a 13-0 lead, and it looks like that'll stay. As it just barely got over the crossbar.
Oh Tulsa rips their hair out. Giving up. They shouldn't make 2 50-plussers, and they've got 2.
And that, folks, is why he's one of the greatest men of all time. Is Charles Bull almost made that thing interesting as he took it out to the 32.
He sure did. Sure did.
As Ashley Jackson goes, AJ, I thought we were cool. We have the same name. Get it? And Jackson.
Got it.
You know, she's had some good moments here in this first half, but it's
she
just
looks good, yeah.
It's just the running game from Robinson has, been temperamental, and that's cost them a lot on the early downs. Here's to get the Sanzo up the middle. He picks up 1.
They're going to go hurry up and try and get a second play in here before the gun.
They get the second play off. It's a toss. And they call a timeout with 3 seconds left.
Well, if you're going to do this, you should be throwing the ball. I get trying to catch him on a surprise run, but 2 surprise runs, I don't know.
As Mike Dagg says, next up, Cole Varner from 60. And Coach Blake talking over with Jackson about that last sequence of plays.
Yep. That's all right. I mean, I get it. You got timeout, so run a couple running plays, but
you got 4 wide receivers on the pattern. Jackson in the shotgun.
Jackson's got the arm.
Jackson will toss it out to Robinson, and Robinson will get to 37, and that'll end the first half of play with Mexico City in front of Tulsa 13-0. We're going to be bringing you some stats and some highlights from halftime. But first, here is a word from one of our main sponsors of the SFL.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
The league just continues to grow and continue to add sponsors along with the bevy that was recently secured, Harry's, Quip, the premium watch company, MeUndies company.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on. You got to get in on the action. Help drive your business and support the league.
As Mexico City will kick things off, Cole Warner in that old school, just kind of that Mark Mosley style straight ahead kick.
That's right. Mark Mosley. I did not expect to hear Mark Mosley today.
As the return is up to the 31, Jeffrey Daggs in on the tackle.
There you go, Dags. One of the 14 fighting Dags on this team's roster.
As Jackson comes down our offense, haven't really done a whole lot in the running game. Sonzo Robinson's been awfully quiet. Corey Jones and Steven Bush each with a couple of catches. Here's a first down run to Robinson. And a dive, he picks up 3. At least he's going forward.
Mexico City was selling out on that, Colin. They were bringing the house, and they only had one on the back end. The line for Mexico was lucky to slow him down and hold him to only 3.
Jackson, 54 yards passing and an interception, affecting her rating. As a gift to Robinson again, but they went back to, well, one too many times, Brandon Galway in on the tackle.
Yeah, well, Mexico City is daring Jackson to throw, as they, so far, in the first 2 plays, have put 8 or 9 people in the box. There we go. They're sensing a pass. They're going to play tight man.
They're in a prime position for a pass. Jackson out of the gun with 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, looks down the field, throws. It's intercepted, but we got a flag. We got a flag down on the field as Brandon Galway returned it for a touchdown, but there is a flag.
Oh, my.
We got an offensive hold on Tulsa. It's declined, and the pick 6 will stand.
Oh, no. Well, maybe now we know why they were hesitant to throw. Maybe Jackson's confidence has been shaken. I'm not sure.
Pass intended for Steven Bush, and she
should have seen the defender there.
Should.
Once again, a touch ball. Little Rainbow drops that in. The laser gets picked, and it did.
Yeah, she'll learn. It's we've seen a lot of rookie quarterbacks going through growing pains. We saw it last year.
I'll tell you what, I like her moxie and her athletic skills. So,
I mean, she played wide receiver in the rookie showcase.
Yeah,
that should tell you how athletic she is.
Yep. I think Tulsa is going to be happy, but right now in this game, they've got to figure out a way to let her throw successfully, because running against Mexico City right now is tough.
As the kick is away. to Charles Ball, and he returns it to the 21.
Denver, the underdog, has joined us here in the booth. It's always good when he can travel with us.
Yeah, he's been a lot of SFL stadiums across the world. He's even been to London on occasion.
That's right.
As Jackson comes out with 3 wide receivers. On first down, here's to get to Sanzo Robinson, and Robinson picks up 3 yards. Zeta in on the tackle. You know, last year, Tulsa was the 14th ranked scoring offense and had the number 13 defense. Finished with a losing record. Had its bit of struggles early, but picked up late. As Jackson throws another interception, this time to Nick Daggs. Looking down the middle of the field for Dudrow, and
Darn.
threw it right to him.
Yep. Just trying to make something happen. Trying to get the team back in the game, and I can respect that. Feeling like they've got to do something, come up and make a play.
We got Ray Bentley in the backfield as a single back, lined up to the left-hand side. Here they give it to him on the sprint draw, and he gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1. I was trying to spin this out a little bit. If Tulsa can hold them here.
Oklahoma City quarterback Deacon Ronnie Nickens is in the building.
All right. They can hold them here somehow, even prevent, to no points. There you go.
As they stop him again.
Of course, they got to back him up to the 50 to get him out of field goal.
Of course, with Varner's leg. And we've seen kicks from 50 and 53 from Cole.
Yeah. But, if they can come back and score, Tulsa that is, they kind of put this game back in reach.
Wilson out of the shotgun will throw. Has plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket, throws, and it's dropped.
It's dropped.
Gale Barrett just flat out dropped the ball.
There you go. He thought he was a circus performer and begins his juggling act right at the wrong time.
He was open, too.
I got it. Oh, and I'm getting hit, and I don't have it.
Hit him in the hands twice, and he was unable to come up with it.
One
of the most bizarre plays you'll see all preseason.
Crowd is chanting for some defense here.
And they're
getting it. Yep.
And they send the punter.
Oh, I mean, it should be a 58-yarder. I can try it.
Here's the coffin corner kick from Lopez. It lands in the arms of Ball, and Ball is spun out of bounds at his own 14, so pens him back inside the 20.
All right, well, AJ, let's see what she's got. She's got to bring this team down the field here. Crucial point in the game.
Corey Jones has been awfully quiet. Just 1 catch so far for Jones. He's got to step up, but that's a good start to Garen Malone the third. The tight end, his 2nd catch of the day.
Absolutely. Move the sticks, right, Colin?
Yeah.
Move the sticks. Don't be a hero.
A lot of times these offensive coaches, they get enamored with the big rainbow ball.
We're going to take the shot. Yeah, take a deep shot. At this point, they've got a 3-score deficit, and you need to start thinking about scoring possessions. And that means just methodically moving the sticks.
Here's to get to Robinson on first down, and Sanzo Robinson with one of his better runs as he picks up 6 on that carry.
He's about to be tackled and says no way. Cuts it back to his right for a few more yards. Like that a lot. Sorry.
Those two matchups between Tulsa and Chicago.
There you go.
Teacher versus student as Sanzo Robinson up the middle for a first down. Just a straight ice though, Gary. Following Buffalo Marshall gets a good block on the corner of Gowa.
Ball goes full loaf of bread there as he breaks through the line of scrimmage. Nobody puts a hand on it. That gets him out over the 35. And here come your Tulsa.
And they got Malone flexed out as the third wide receiver. Here to get to Robinson once more, and Anzo will pick up 5 yards.
Indeed.
And continue to methodically move this ball down the field. There to look at Nick Daggs. 2 picks, and this is soon to be second season south of the border.
He's uglier.
As here's to give up the middle to Sanzo, and he picks up 2 more yards, setting up a 3rd and 3. Do they consider passing?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, Mexico City is obviously in control of this game, but I think their defense senses, if they give up a score here, they're still in control, but it's a little dicier. They want to put an end to this right here.
Jackson operates under center. 1 receiver to either side, 2 tight ends. They toss it out to Sanzo, and he'll get stopped for a loss of 1.
Go to that toss sweep one too many times.
Alan Powers.
I think the AI is going to punt it here, but they really ought to be going for it. I mean, it's a preseason game for crying out loud, right?
Work on your 4th down stuff. I don't know why the chart would say punt it here.
Well, the chart says one thing, but like you just know, work on this stuff.
Staggs returns it out to the 22.
Not like it's a 1-score game, guys.
Mike says, quite the mustache on Nick, too. Eh? He says next time they hold the SFL convention.
Got to bring the whole family. Yeah, I heard rumors it might be in Atlanta a year and a half from now. We are making that drive if that happens.
Or perhaps it'll be in the Middle West with Bentley will lose a yard. Espen Real, his first TFL recorded 4th of the game, 4th overall tackle for Mr. 99 Problems.
I know, right? Nashville's pretty central. That might not be a bad place to go.
Well,
any place that's 12 hours or less, we're driving. Otherwise, we're going.
As Bentley loses some more yards. The Aztecs seem content to sit on the ball here, but Espen Real's like, no.
No.
The dog's getting a little anxious, too.
Yeah.
A little anxious by this play calling sequence.
Delta's gotten enough of our money in the last 6 months.
As Wilson, medium drop, pumps, going long.
Oh,
knocked away by Rockefeller.
Those Rockefeller habits. He's write a book.
He previously played with Chicago, so the last name of Rockefeller is fitting if you think about it.
Right, yeah. Standard Oil and a lot of Rockefeller money went into Chicago, including creating the University of Chicago.
Here's Lopez standing at about his own 4.
Monsters of the Midway, you might have heard of them.
And the kick is away. Took a good field position for Tulsa, and Charles Ball, like a whirling dervish top, gets out over the Aztec 48. Ooh. Doesn't look good. He was slow to get up, but didn't appear to be hurt.
I don't know.
Here's Agawa. Has a pick 6 today. Look at Stephen Bush. Nobody's covering him in the slot. He's probably going to be open.
Unless they're going to make the end cover him, and they do.
Here's a swing out to Robinson, and Robinson will pick up 5. good, easy completion to get her confidence up.
Yeah,
Jackson.
not bad. Robinson is the horse right now.
You know, the Desperados are the first team to call the city of Tulsa home since the Oklahoma Outlaws of the USFL.
Oh.
And this market fact is brought to you by my brain. As Jackson throws to Stephen Bush, he was open, and it was a beautiful hot rod, and he motors down to the 22.
Not only did he was that thrown at a time and a place where he could do something with it and get some yak, but Mexico City had the good sense to not really defend it.
Well, Corey Jones ran off the inside defenders on a skinny post or a slant, it looks like, and Bush just found the opening.
Yeah, love it. I'm telling you, Jackson's got a little moxie. She knows what's going on. Just, I think, getting confused or crossed up on some of those reads, but that'll come.
As Robinson up the middle, picks up 2 on the trap. Jack Brown on the stop.
That sets up a really nice play action on 2nd and 8, but do you actually hand it off? Because you know Mexico City's going to be looking for it.
Stephen Bush in the slot again. Appears to be covered a little more tightly this time. As they go the other way with Robinson, and he's tackled. He's 43 yards on 25 carries.
That's the risk. Now you're definitely in a passing situation.
Oh, thank you, AJ. You're too kind, man. As Jackson back to throw, goes deep down the middle. Oh, it was knocked away. Pass intended for Corey Jones, but Ramirez knocked it away. Looked like it was quadruple coverage.
Yep. Shout out to Mike Daggs. Great sportsman comment there regarding Ashley Jackson and the design of the Tulsa offense. Important to keep that in mind. Nice work, Mike.
Here is the field goal attempt. They will mark this at the 30 under the hold of Central Robbins. And the kicker is Andrew Wheeler, and Wheeler gets us right down the middle from 40.
They break the ice. Nice work. Nice work, Tulsa. With 1:41 to go in the third, Colin, it's a 17-point lead. Still a 3-score game, but a little more in range. Well, and more importantly, I think Tulsa's got some confidence to take away from that. Well,
they do, but let's hope their defense can continue to string together stops, because they need it.
They do.
In the most desperate of ways.
Yeah, so there's a lot of needles to thread here if you're Tulsa, and it begins right here with good kick coverage and then stopping Mexico City short of midfield so they can't kick one of those 70-yard jobs again.
Daggs returns it to his own 31. Jeffrey Daggs, that is.
Jeffrey Daggs.
Here's Wilson under center. Mike Daggs, he's lined up next to his other tight end on that side, but he hasn't gotten the ball a lot. As Bentley continues to go backwards. This time he lost 4 yards.
Who was that knifed through there?
Rhett Sawyer, the defensive tackle.
He's a large person, and he has good technique and splits the lineman and comes in to make the stop for a loss.
Gib Ledoux at 6'6", 296 is no slouch either. And Wilson will get sacked this time. It looked like Gib Ledoux and Sawyer were both together on that one as Sawyer hits a home run out of the stadium.
Well, is this Tulsa time? Are we living on Tulsa time right now?
He tried to duck under the incoming rush, but he ducked too early. Look at this comment from Daggs. He says, I think Matt forgot I'm an eligible receiver.
I don't think he had time to remember. Well, here we go.
Third and 17. Wilson Deep ball. Oh, almost intercepted. Charles Ball knocked it away. Pass intended for Richard Montague.
Sorry, I'm laughing at some of the comments in the chat. But monster defensive stand there for the Tulsa Desperados.
You know, and they can get good field position again because they didn't cross the 50 like you said.
Right? Didn't allow that 60-yard field goal
Possibility to occur. As the kick. And Charles Ball almost broke it loose.
Oh, my gosh.
He was about a tackle away from taking it a long ways.
A long ways.
And here is Jackson. Up under center, one receiver to either side, two tight ends. Robinson the single back. Here's to get to Robinson, and he loses 3 yards. Story today for the Desperado offense. Perhaps they need to skew the run and start focusing on the pass a little bit more. As we approach the end of the third quarter, Tulsa is down by 17. Do they have a fourth quarter comeback in them? They're down 20-3. And as we start the fourth quarter here, Tulsa looking at a second and long from their own 45. Jackson back to throw, dumps this over the middle to the other tight end. Now that is Malone, who makes a nice catch on the slant cut to set up a 3rd and 4. Third and 4 for Desperados to get to Robinson, and he's bum rushed in the backfield. His average is now down to 1.5 yards a carry.
Ouch.
And Finnegan and Weaver will punt it once again. Cortland Weaver.
Well, not what Tulsa wanted. They needed another drive, and they couldn't come up with it here. Swings the ball and swings the Rickometer back in favor of Mexico City.
Although this will pin them deep inside their own 15 at their 12.
They're going to need a quick 3 and out to get a little action from the Rickometer.
Or a turnover. As Wilson lines up with split back, sees back to throw, dumps this off to Ray Bentley, and Bentley with a full of steam gets going to the 16, picks up 4 yards. So he's able to get going quickly on the swing pass, as Wilson did not lead his man out of bounds.
That's right. That's right.
Red Sawyer with a whale of a game today for a defensive lineman. 2 sacks, 6 tackles.
Holy smoke. Well,
as Wilson drops back to throw, throws it deep down the middle of the field. Cale Barrett with a spectacular diving reception.
And that hurts your Tulsa fandom right there. As Mexico City's comes to play.
He gets by Murray on the post cut, and then he sprawls out for this ball.
All on his own, as if to say, I'm not putting up with any more of this Tulsa stuff.
Wilson lines up under center in the I formation in the backfield behind it. Here's Bentley up the middle. Will pick up only a yard.
Well done. Well defended by the Desperados.
It was 2nd and 9 from 38. Wilson drops back to throw, throws a quick out cut, and Richard Montague is able to make it a 3rd and short. As they're on their own 45, clock stopped. It's a 3rd and 2. With Mexico City out in front by 17. Standard pro set backfield. Give off to Bentley on the ISO, but he's stopped. He's stopped in the backfield by number 48, 49 Richard Newton.
One advantage that Tulsa has right now is they know Mexico City wants to burn clock, so they're more likely to run the ball here. But that also makes you prone to the big shot, but they are able to bring up 4th down on this particular possession. Let's see what happens.
Rush is on. They nearly get there. Charles Ball will field this and makes his way to the 23.
Tried that same dipsy-do move right up the middle, but Mexico City's on him this time around. So with 7:37 to go, Colin, it's 20-3, and Tulsa needs to strike quickly as they are still 3 scores down.
Jackson will line up under the center.
And they can't settle for a field goal this time.
Will take a 6-step drop, throws a post cut and a man open. It's beautiful, and it's caught. As Jackson's now up to 130 as the pass goes to Corey Jones.
Nice timing on that, too. Jackson has to have worked on this.
Tackle made by Nick Daggs.
And they picked the right time in the game to uncork that little gem.
Garen Malone flexed out as the 3rd wide receiver. In this formation, sends a Robinson to tailback. And they get to Robinson, but he runs right into a blitz and loses a yard.
Not sure what the coaching staff is thinking there. And again, we talked about how Mike Daggs made the comment the playbook isn't necessarily designed specifically for Mexico City. But I don't think you can call that one here. They've had no luck. They haven't broken anything up the middle.
They go empty this time. Jackson will put it in the air. Knocked away. Franagawa. Pass was intended for Stephen Bush, but Agawa had him covered like a blanket.
Like a blanket. Well, they'll get that one. You know what? Because who was the receiver on that for Tulsa?
Stephen Bush.
Bush needs to know when he gets behind, he just needs to head down the sideline, and Ashley Jackson needs to know that's going to happen, and just put it out there for him to run underneath because he had position on the defender.
Keep in mind, Bush is 6'3", so he's quite rangy. Jackson over the middle to Jones. He'll be stopped. 4 yards short of 1st down. Tackle made by Ramirez. Dan Ramirez, the reserve cornerback. And Tulsa will get some. Nope. Oh, I thought they were going to go for it, but nope. The camera work teased me.
The groans you hear are the stadium faithful.
Here's the return. Oh! Jeffrey Daggs got blown up, sir, by King Jack Washington.
He completed his training without his sergeant.
And they did Murray Army training, sir.
That's right. That's right.
Stripes.
Well, you know what? He made work his favorite. Smiling used to be his favorite. Work's his favorite.
3 wide receivers.
You know why? Santa's coming.
Daddy already came.
Oh, no.
As Wilson throws it out to Barrett on a quick curl, and he picks up a yard.
I swear he got tackled by the face mask, but there's no flag.
3 catches for 31 yards for Barrett. Montague's had the bigger impact, 5 catches, a buck 11 and a touch.
That's nice. Nice game.
Here's the sprint draw, and the same result shows up. Sets up a 3rd and 12. You know, the SFL is truly a family affair operation. We have Cole Varner and Shan Varner. We had the Irvines, Michael and Cam involved. And we got the Dazos, we got the Dags, we got the Kleins.
I heard there's even a father-son broadcasting tandem as well.
As the pass is intercepted by Charles Ball.
All right.
And he returns it to his own 23, so there's still hope yet.
All right, Ashley Jackson. Let's stick one in the end zone here in a play or two.
And looking for Montague, but he was covered both short and long, and Wilson just threw it to the spot he thought Montague wasn't going to be, but he found ball instead.
Mm-hmm.
Four wide receivers for Tulsa. Press coverage look from Mexico. Here's the slant cut to Corey Jones, and it's a beautiful catch. Only first and goal down to the 9.
Nice. If he could have disengaged, he could have backed into the end zone for the last 9 yards.
Now they run the hurry up again. Medium drop back for Jackson this time. Throws it out, and it's dropped. It is dropped by a wide receiver out there. Look like number 80, Marcel Miller. Yep.
That seemed a little bit like a screwball play there. It's like, there's 3 people on me.
He wasn't quite turned around by the time the ball was there, so he kind of had to awkwardly try to adjust from the ball.
He's lucky he knocked that down because that easily could have been picked by the back end there.
2nd down and goal from the 9.
A little bit of a miscue by Jackson, but just going to make up for it right here.
Trips to the bottom as they go 5 wide. Malone is in.
Sprint to the right.
As the tight end. She takes a snap. Is bum rushed immediately and gets tackled at the 3rd and goal from the 16. Over the middle, complete.
That's not worth it.
That's not going.
That's not worth a darn.
It'll be 4th and goal from the 13.
Yeah, start throwing these in the end zone. Hello.
Oh, and they're going for style points. They're doing the James Franklin.
Well, they wave the white flag with the field goal here.
For 29, it's good. So with 4 left.
You're going to say, hey, Rick, they're down by 14. That's just 2 scores. 4 minutes left. Okay, I'll give you that.
Welcome, Ace E double B to chat. Glad you could join us. Better late than never.
ASAP. Just in time for the exciting.
As they will get their practice
4.
with the onside kicks.
We're in the final 4.
Wheeler kicks it to Mexico, and they'll have the ball at the Desperado 39 with 4:02 left.
Don't forget about Spy Goat. Your choice for sound reinforcement. They joined us last season. Glad they're on again. Round 12.
Oh, it's Ray Bentley under a different identity as he gets the ball and doesn't pick up anything, but the clock continues to move. Let's just say,
good afternoon, Mr. Bentley.
Let's just say catch-ups. Catsups.
Oh, we're going to start the catsup rivalry. Connie, you're pulling stuff off your chair.
I just found that on my chair.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
As they go with 3 tight ends. And the Altered Beast takes the toss, breaks a tackle. There goes Ray Bentley for a first down. As Dad goes, the sarcastic, you and I have had we've both had a monster game. I have 0 yards, you have less than 50, but he gets closer to 50 with that last carry. Here's Wilson. They continue to operate from this 3 tight end look with a wing. Daggs is on the wing. Mike Daggs, that is. That's the play clock wind down inside of 5. Gives to Ray, and Ray will grind out another yard. As we crept closer to 2-minute warning. You know, Daggs normally he's known for his pass catching ability, but today he's earning his pay in pancakes, man. He's been putting a lot of people on the ground.
Like some syrup.
So, we have a 2nd and 9 coming up on the other side of the 2-minute warning.
For those of you keeping track at home, Colin absentmindedly just ripped off part of the electrical system of his chair, so I'm going to fix that when the game's over. That was that random part. Thank you very much.
Don't.
Everybody's nervous about and excited about the start of SFL.
Bentley will get the carry, and he'll lose a couple of yards. Set up a 3rd and long. Desperados call timeout number 1. Oh, did the dog think he was the cat?
I think so.
3rd and 13. He'll just hand off to Bentley one more time. Get it in easy range for Cole Varner. And I still can't believe that I picked off some of the electrical equipment.
It's all right. I'm excited too. So, 4th and 9 with a $1:53 to go. They will kick this from the 30. We have 40-yarder. It's like a chip shot for this guy, I swear.
I already made one from
like 100. Made one from the parking lot.
53 and 50.
Oh, high snap.
And the kick is good. From 40 yards.
No problems. All right.
That's right. Bentley goes, feed me.
Look at that.
And Cole Varner continues to show why hashtag kickers matter.
Kickers matter. Kickers are people too. Say other kickers. All right. So they match the field goal from Tulsa.
23 to
6.
As Charles Ball gets it out to the 24. So Tulsa is playing out this exercise here. Should be good practice for him.
Well, let's see if they give Ashley Jackson the green light to chuck a few downfield.
We've seen her try to chuck a few
Well, we've
downfield.
previously established that, 1, this is a preseason game, and 2, they're not really calling it like a preseason game. But 3, the playbook isn't designed necessarily specifically for Mexico City. So, with that,
as Jackson throws it out to Robinson. Gets tackled inbounds, but picks up 5.
the SFL meat and potatoes swing pass.
As Mike Day goes, hashtag throw it to the tight end. As Jackson gets hit as she throws, and that flatters wildly. That was in the neighborhood of Corey Jones.
That's one of the few hits she's taken, actually, when not including those sacks. She's been able to deliver the ball.
You could definitely get the sense that everybody's been excited for this kid's debut, and she's had her good moments today.
I'm
unofficial debut.
I'm impressed. Yeah.
As Jackson throws it out to Garrett Malone the third, and he spins down to the 40, and here the hurry-up sequence continues as they convert a third down.
Garrett Malone the second. Very excited about Garrett Malone the third.
As the throw goes out to number 10, Aaron King. Pickup of 7, clock winding under a minute. Jackson has to go to the sidelines, gets it to Corey Jones.
We got a first down.
Out of bounds, hit right at the 50 with 56 seconds left. Mexico.
CC. Oh, CCC. All right, here we go. Here we go.
We got 1st and 10 from the 50.
4 wideouts. One
They're
back
going to
for
let her cut it
protection.
loose. Two on the slant.
Cutting it loose for
7.
7. Come on.
Go deep. Takes a deeper drop this time. Swings it out to Miller, and Miller can't get out of bounds. I thought he did.
Oh, yeah, I definitely thought he got hit out of bounds. Oh, well.
Jackson.
There we go. There we
Over the middle, incomplete.
Previously hit one just like that, attacking from the right side of the formation. Misses that one from the left, but
Dudrow was the intended receiver, but it just missed him.
What do they have in mind here?
You know, preseason's good for the players. It's also good for the announcers, too. It's to shake off a few cobwebs that some of us may have. Jackson over the middle.
That's not bad.
9 yards.
Not bad,
But deeper. Deeper. Go to the end zone.
Snap the ball, Ashley. There we go. That's it.
To the end zone. Touchdown to Garrett Malone the third.
All right.
GM3.
They get their touchdown. Again, they're going to feel good about that. They're able to finally put together a fairly quick scoring strike, Colin.
As Wheeler will try the extra point.
Oh, yes, Dad. That's great. Yeah, that was good for them.
Yeah, that was good. I agree. Let's focus too much on trying to hold this together. The extra point is good. And now cut it to a 10-point
10-point lead with 8 seconds to go.
And she's probably going to keep that ball.
I hope so.
I know it didn't officially count, but it's still a milestone nevertheless.
First one in a real competition. All right.
Onside kick. Right to the defender. And we should get one kneel down the ball, kill the rest of this clock.
Got the hop they wanted, but it wasn't quite on the right angle. It was a little too much downfield. You want to aim that more towards the sideline. Give your team a chance to run under that hop.
Wilson will take one of the best plays in football for a team that's ahead, the victory formation. And Tulsa uses their last timeout because they can't take them to the locker room.
Obligatory timeout. Well, the crowd has stayed till the end, Colin. And that's part of what you get playing here in Oklahoma. They love their football.
Yeah, just look at the teams, the state's college football teams.
Yeah, big time. So here's your last play.
And they kneel this down. And that's all there is. There isn't any more. As Mexico City comes out on top 23-13. Post-game highlights coming up.
Desperados did a nice job, Colin. Just a little bit of a turnover bug in the middle of the game on those pass plays.
Actually outgained Mexico City. And in terms of time of possession, too, but those the 3 picks, like you said,
Yep.
were ultimately the difference.
There's really no place for moral victories in sports except for the preseason, Colin. And I think Tulsa's learned quite a bit about their team, positive and some things to work on that are fixable.
I agree.
And Mexico City just looks solid.
And Jackson will she'll continue to improve and get better. I'm sure the fellas, those for the Desperados, are taking stock of what they have.
That's why you do it. I think Mexico City, like I said, looks tough, and of course they force those turnovers, right, with pressure, confusing defensive looks. That got both the quarterback and the receivers, I think, crossed up a few times, and hats off to them.
And they got 3 sacks, including 2 from Rhett Sawyer. Wilson was efficient. The running backs didn't really do much, but this exercise did prove why a lot of teams are allergic to the draw in the SFL.
Mm-hmm.
Why we don't see many draws.
Yeah, even when the season's going, they don't seem to work very well, which is puzzlement. Saw a few of those swing passes, Colin, but not as many as we saw game in and game out during the regular season, season 11. So I'm going to keep our finger on that as we get into season 12 here shortly.
And then, as we take a look here, this is the Jackson touchdown pass to Garen Malone, rookie to rookie. And, it's fun for us to be back. We enjoy being a part of this family.
It's also fun to announce the player of the game.
And it's Richard Montague. Look at that average yards per catch, 22.2.
Wow. Nice. And a TD.
On just 5 catches.
Yeah, well done. Boy, you get the player of the game on just 5 catches. How about that? And look at that.
Check this out. Post-credit scene. There we are. I made that list twice. How about that?
There you go. Why were you on there twice? Was I even on there?
You were for broadcast.
All right.
And then, good night, everyone.
Thanks again.